defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On fourth down is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. On second down, Dobbins. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Go now, 30 base.
On third down, Costello. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101.
This is intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
On first down, Dobbins. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A big play like that looks familiar, doesn't it? Like we saw a week ago, reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Nothing wrong with being explosive. Nothing wrong with being electric. Nothing wrong with carrying it over from the previous week off to a really, really hot start.
On first down, Costello. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one. And that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Throwing on first down, Costello. Buying time to his left. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. These two teams all tied after 1. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
70, Indy. You draw Corker. Hey, shoot.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Costello. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Jackson to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at his own 10. And he's got his guys set up great now. 1st and goal. And the Pigs get it the 7-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll try to run this one in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now a good running play here to start the drive. That'll net them 14 yards as they pick up the 1st. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run again with Love on 1st down. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 41, Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. The Redskins have the 1st down on a pickup of 18. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Play action. It's Jackson. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on them.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. 88 yards. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Jackson rolling to his right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
That's what I do.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Here's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Washington. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Go, Jackrabbit, come on, step.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Zipper.
Right there, 54, right there.
On second down now, Dobbins. He's got a first down past the 30, and he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Tight right. 3 down.
Hey, Sam off. Rush in.
Back to throw. Costello. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there.
Well, maybe that can give them a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
61, matchbox, white. 54. He can't hang. Go.
On 3rd and 2, Costello looking downfield for Godwin. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll run with Love. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 14.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. From the gun on third down, Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take them.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Gay is on for the point after. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Buccaneers 31, Redskins 7.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He can run for it, and he went. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
50, plant.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Smooth.
Ready?
Looking to throw. Costello. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Bravo.
From the gun, Costello. Flushed out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
I got you, boy.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on third down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, Dobbins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
70, Indy. Hey, Orbit.
On 1st and 10, Costello. Open man is Howard, the tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. 4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Dobbins. And it's a fumble. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Able to slither by, and he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 45. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Costello. He's going to fire one deep left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Love. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Jackson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
To throw again on second down. Jackson forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. The Redskins on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Jackson. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And the lead now down to 20.
Buccaneers 34. Redskins 14.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready, set.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Redskins 33.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Taking it right down Broadway. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. On 2nd and 10, Jackson. This pass complete to Higgins. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Vita Vea able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack on 1st down, Jackson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson. And now here is another interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
At the 46-yard line.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.